Hello! I don't actually know if you would describe yourself as a gamer, but good to have you around anyway. How are you doing? It's like the map something. Yes, one would hope when we let's ride on this moose. Or this moose. I'm hoping the frame rate of the stream is going to be slightly better this time because I've switched to a tool called Streamlabs, which is built on top of Open Broadcaster software. And yes, thank you. For once, the sleep cycle is more or less under control, and I won't be falling asleep in the middle of a stream. So that's delightful. Oh, who's this?
Use pot fire to force him to stop.
Remember that weird sphere that we found in... lock on is not locking on very well. Ow! 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 Hey, I remember you from the other day. Sorry I got startled and ran away. Or rolled away, I guess. Anyway, my name's Emil, and this is my shop. Want to buy something? I've got the best prices anywhere. So yeah, this is Emil. The Emil's shop is different every time you stop him. Emil is a character from the original NieR, and we'll talk about that, but these are all very high cost for their effects, so we'll just leave them for now. I look forward to serving you again. What was that? You want to know where I live? I didn't ask that. Well, I live deep, deep underground. Think of something deep, then go deeper. Feel free to visit me anytime you want. So there's two different quests involving Emil. But yeah, let me tell you a bit about Emil, because Emil is wonderful and only good things could ever happen. So to him. So like I said, Emil is a character from the original NieR. When the dragon came through from Fantasy World of Drakengard and gave everyone magic radiation poisoning and all that, various things happened. There was like a sort of army of magically infected people with a sort of evil evilness thing or whatever, like called Red Eye. But so the governments of the world did all the usual things that governments in sci-fi do, which is use evil magic science to make people into super weapons. And Emil's sister was such a super weapon. And Emil, as these things always go, they created Emil's sister as a super weapon, and she turned into this like sort of skeletal figure with a giant spherical head like that. And then she got out of control and started blowing everything up. So they created Emil, and at that point Emil was just a boy with magic eyes that turn things to stone when he looks at them. As a result of that, Yeah, so Emil was living in this house. NieR, the protagonist of NieR, goes and meets him, and NieR helps Emil to investigate the house, and there they discover the sort of sister kept in a great big vault underground. Not unlike some Evangelion angels. I think Eve in that one. But anyway, she's a boss fight, you defeat her, and then at the end Emil kind of merges with her, and then he turns into a giant spherical head with attached to a skeleton, and sort of floating above the ground. And yeah, at the end of the game, various things happen, and among them, Emil turns into a head. Like the rest of Emil's body gets blown up, and he's just a head now. We'll learn more about Emil in this game, but that's the story so far. If you're wondering, why am I getting up here? I have actually not. I just kind of was an autopilot, jumping, climbing up angles, but we don't need to do that. I'm just going to go back down. What we want to do is talk to angles. Can we even talk to angles? I think we can. Yes, we can. Angles. What's going on? You seem pretty low, even by machine standards. My lifespan's expiration period is drawing to a close. Are you asking us to repair you? Because that's a pretty selfish request. Oh yes, he's standing there. No, do not prepare me. Huh? I have been thinking about something. Do you remember when you spoke of sin? You were right to call it so. I killed many of your kind. Killed androids beyond counting. It meant nothing while I was connected to the network. But now I understand. I know the anguish it has caused you. I must atone. Wait, are you? My existence is ending. I am dying. Please take my parts and use them elsewhere. Farewell, androids. Ah!
Wow. It just chose death.
We're no different.
Huh? How so?
We've destroyed machines beyond counting. Perhaps someone sees that as a sin.
To be.
And yeah, I mean, like, sort of grimdark but with a cheery face on it is about the best you can hope for in the world of NieR. That's all I can say. Emil is an absolute cinnamon roll despite being a sort of skeletal person. We'll get a bit of that when we chat to him later in this game. Anyway, Emil's quest will progress further when we next bump into him. At some point there is a quest in this building, but it's not showing up on the map, so it might be only in the next playthrough. Which means all that teasing I've been doing about the E-type android is maybe not going to be relevant in this playthrough. We'll find out. Yeah. Just making our way back to the resistance right now. Got a few errands to deal with here. For one thing, we've got the memory of the android with the cute haircut who wanted us to find these photographs. So we'll talk to her first.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Handed over the forest photo. This was a waterfall in the forest. I think I stumbled onto it one day when I was lost. But how did I get there in the first place? Now I remember. These aren't just photos. They're bits of data from my beloved. 8 years ago we were attacked by machines and fought a pitched battle. My love was killed, and many of my memories were lost. This must have been his final message for me. Sadly, she's not gay. Oh. Thank you. You have no idea what this means. I know it's not much, but please take this. Stuff. Oh, sadly there is no button to give her a hug. Honestly, I've been thinking a lot recently about whether it's worth it to continue living. This data is telling me that I need to continue on. And yet, what's the point of a world where my love is gone? What's the point of living? Come on, Niners. Let's go. I feel like sort of rushing on from that is maybe... yeah, maybe I shouldn't just rush. Oh, okay, we've got a very good weapon attack up +3 here. So yeah, suicidality. Anyway, back to numbers. We've got a lot of duplicates now. And combine this deadly heal with this other deadly heal. And we combine this deadly heal +1 with this deadly heal +1. And we've got a very good deadly heal +2, which only takes 6 slots. This makes more sense to me now, because making spears come up with the ground sounds weird, but actually there was a spell in the original NieR that did that, so that kind of see why that's a thing now. Thing is, I actually, there's 2 prop programs I tend to use, but might as well. Actually no, let's not buy some more yet. Let's save for now. Bit of build management here. This shouldn't take too long, I promise. This is quite a big gap fills. Good defensive mods on. Okay, let's... Okay, we've got 9 here. So. Enough. Right. Maths. What is it? Oh no, wait. Oh, I need to consolidate but yeah. Okay, enough of this nonsense. Sorry, now we'll do some story now. Less likely to die. See if we can upgrade any of our weapons. Oh yeah, and maybe buy some as well. Upgrades possible yet? Right, just for these. You might be like thinking, what the hell is up with these sort of really medieval weapons? Like, heck, and here we go. Hey, so where do you get those older weapon models from? Oh, the lady who owns the place sends them over once in a while. Her name's Accord, and she's the proprietor of this here business. I just tend to customers and keep all the repair devices humming. I only see her every few years, to be honest. She mostly just uses delivery drones to drop things off. I don't know where she gets this stuff, but most of it's in pretty good condition. Say, if you ever happen to run into her, say hello from me, alright? You can upgrade the weapons you buy here. How much? Yeah. I don't know why he's explaining that. I never actually found Accord. I don't know if she's actually in this game or just... Anyway, but yeah, these were all weapons that are carried over from Drakengard when Kame and the Dragon Angelus came over. They had a whole fuck ton of swords, and those are some of the swords. Alright, let's go talk to Anemone. Oh, actually, there's another guy with a machine head here, so let's... this head is amazing! This head is amazing! I'm not even gonna... So, really the only interesting one here... There's a couple of interesting lore things here. What's the currency in this world? Basically, we take apart the enemies we destroy, and use their reconstructed parts. It's much easier than digging up the iron ourselves. Worth is decided according to the weight of the enemy and the value of the parts you obtained. We call that unit G. Huh? What does G stand for? Sorry, that's classified. What's a black box? You're asking me? It's something you Yorha units have inside you. I'm not that familiar with it. The black box is a fusion reactor installed in all Yorha units. We resistance folks don't know much about its construction. Apparently it uses some kind of mysterious material. Say, maybe you'd let me rip it out of you and take it apart for analysis. No? No, fair enough. Can't blame a guy for trying. Yeah, that's... The game gives you an opportunity to complain about it in-game, which is weird. Hi Venom Cosmos, nice to have you. And yeah, this game is great, I love it, and I would absolutely encourage everyone to get it.
Oh, 2B, your timing is impeccable. Our android forces currently have a carrier deployed in the Pacific Ocean. It should be back here to resupply before too long. The Resistance is assisting with the mission, so I'd like to ask you to run a little guard duty.
Seriously?
Dead serious. There's a stockpile of missiles down at the shoreline that needs to be loaded on the carrier. And with all the machine activity lately, we need to stay on our toes. Of course, if you're already working on something for Yorha, I don't mind if that takes priority. Anyway, thanks in advance.
So yeah, we didn't ask about A2, oddly. So it's not at all obvious that when you go to the carrier and start that mission, you don't get to do any more side quests from that point on. Basically, all the shit hits the fan at that point. So you will get a chance to probably do a side quest later in the game, but it's not like you're locked out of content forever. You can, much later on you get to sort of, well, both in the B playthrough and then later on you get to go over the same bits of the story. But if you want to do anything on this playthrough, you need to do it now. Anyway, I need a favour from you both. Another favour. What is it? We're planning a recon expedition to the forest region. Before we can start, we need someone to head in there and set up a satellite camp. The enemies are tough and I'd lose a lot of good people if we tried to clear them out. But you two seem like you can handle yourselves, so... Got it. Head to the woods and clear out any enemies. That's the long and short of it, yes. Thank you. And as for where we are... Okay, this is... It's not at all obvious. However, you do find... later on, I mean, we're going to get this in the B playthrough. The B playthrough, we get a lot more little incidental bits of lore. And it doesn't really make any sense. But there's a crashed truck over there, which if you open the box next to
I
it...
know it's our job and all, but these resistance types sure do use and abuse us, don't they? It's like they see us as a couple of gophers or something.
No complaining about your work. Exchanging information with the Resistance is a vital part of our mission. Besides, being a gopher is safer than being locked in combat all the time. Not dying beats dying any day.
Yeah, that's true.
So, sorry. Yeah, so anyway, the short answer is you find some information that suggests this city is Tokyo, which would make some kind of sense given that it's a Japanese game. You also find some information that suggests the Forest Castle is named after a castle in Germany, which wouldn't make a lot of sense if we're in Tokyo and adjacent to the Pacific Ocean. My best guess, I think, is that it's in Japan. But honestly, none of this makes a whole lot of geographical sense. And I don't know. It's clear they're not trying to make it make sense on geographical sense. It's just kind of thematic regions rather than physically sensible regions. Let's see. So that's Speedstar. We could try running those races again. Probably won't go so well. We could go and battle Father Servo again, but we can actually keep doing that in our next playthrough. So, not. And what's over here? Interesting. That is. I know what that is. So actually, that's what we should go do next. This is where we're going to learn a little bit more about Emil. Emil's whole storyline is very much sort of there. Like, it doesn't make a huge amount. Like, I mean, it makes sense internally, but like, you don't. It's really there for people who played the original NieR and like, oh my god, Emil. Frame rate slow down. Hoping the stream frame rate's going to be a bit better and the quality's going to be a bit nicer because I'm using a special encoder design for games that comes with the whatever it's called, Streamlab. Anyway, I'll have to when I watch the VODs, I'll find out. Speak of the devil, it's Emil. Oh, welcome! Why am I running a shop like this? Yeah, it's a really long story that we probably don't have time for. So how about you buy something instead? So here, this version of Emil sells some reasonably uncommon upgrade materials, so I'm going to buy a bunch of these. There's another one that sells even rarer upgrade materials. Probably a bit many. Buy up to 10. Guess we'll get some more from the shops, and I'm not sure exactly what I need. Do we have any vendor trash to sell? Ironically, the things that sound like there'd be a vendor trash aren't. Like all these broken bits of materials we want, and It's the I don't think giant books are used for anything. That should do. And we can also sell our fish. Oh, sorry. And what name should I put on the receipt? That's not necessary. Your her brain scan complete? 2B, is it? Hope to see you again soon. So, do androids dream of light achieve? Wow. Possibly, for all I know. Android dreams aren't super addressed in this game, but I think it's as plausible as anything. I suppose in a sense we're gonna see some android nightmares in a little while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Mills quest, the first of two Mills 2 quests. The second one really is one you need to be max level for. And then we're going to advance the plot a bit, and things are going to get really exciting. So yeah. Is everyone feeling reasonably caught up on what happened in the plot so far, by the way? I should possibly make sure that's the case before we start advancing it. Currently we're walking back to the shopping mall where we first met Emil, and that leads to the forest area. Not actually sure who built this large bridge here. It's quite useful. We have a large friend here. I know, indeed. So it's, I mean, I don't really know why the machines would build it, so maybe it's the androids. But then, so when we came here before, I commented on a pretty flower. That pretty flower over here.
That's a strange flower.
Analysis. It is a plant known as a lunar tear.
A lunar tear.
Huh? When did you get here?
So this flower is called a lunar tear. Seeing that dredges up all kinds of memories. Some of them are a bit strange, honestly. Like the one where I'm being attacked by a giant boar over and over again. Or another where I keep trying out new parts every time my body is damaged.
Sounds rough.
Something about this flower fills me with an emotion I don't really understand. It's like something's pushing down on my chest really hard. So, do you mind if I ask you a favor?
If you find lunar tears growing anywhere else, would you let me know? I want to try and figure out what this feeling is all about. What do you say? Aw, thanks. If you find another lunar tear, just let me know on this frequency, all right? I'm counting on you.
I can't believe the size of the commercial facility. The people of the old world must have led pretty good lives. I bet it was fun to shop back when you had so many choices.
We don't need such things.
Don't be so sure about that. Once we eradicate the machine life forms, us soldiers won't have anything left to do. We'll enter a new age of peace. And when that happens, we should go shopping together. I could buy you, I don't know, a t-shirt maybe? Something that looks good on you.
A t-shirt?
What, not interested?
When that day comes, I'm all for it.
That's a promise, right?
Yep.
Keeping a t-shirt, you see it. So those lunar tears are now spread out, well, still were already, but spread out in various places around the map. We sort of have to track them all down, and every time we do, we get a little conversation with the meal. And de-electrify these legs. And that. Electric enemies damage you when you touch them, not surprisingly. Right, now we can kill this thing lightly. Yeah, 9S has some, I mean, all the machines, like, your hair is not exactly a, subtle in its, attitude. Yeah, this just, sets up the, later on, and in fact in all future playthroughs there will be a camp there. The way side quests work with this game is a bit weird because later in the story we'll go back over the same period from a different perspective, but all the side quests we've done will already have been completed. So it's not, again, it's sort of not quite as weird as the original Dragon Guard was in that regard, but it's a thing. So, let's find out where we need to go. So, for our Lunateers, that's the enemy we need to go down there. That is, actually is one right over here, so we'll head over there right now. I should say, of course, that, like, I mean, it's probably obvious by now, but the narrative voice absolutely does not condone the rhetoric that 9S is putting out there. Like, you know, none of these characters are sort of supposed to be given the sort of moral voice of authority, except maybe Pascal, and who's an arch pacifist. But we'll see how that goes.
Don't let up. The enemy is among us. Don't let any intruders get in. We must protect our king. Intruders detected.
Yeah, bad news about the Forest King.
Don't let up. The enemy is among us.
That's actually a different machine.
We must protect our king. Protect our king.
Not going to bother fighting the machines in this area because we've seen them all before. Here is another Lunateer. Almost as if I knew where it was. The Dragoon Lance. Now that's a good weapon. That's the weapon that sort of good old Dragon Rider came
This is a lunar tier, right? We'd better let Emil know.
The original NieR, that was a really
Hey there,
powerful.
guys. What's up?
We found a lunar tier. It's located at...
Stay right there. I'm coming.
Okay. I hope he doesn't expect me to just stand here all day.
Sorry to keep you.
Yeah!
Oh, hey. Now that I think about it, this whole area was once...
Are you remembering something?
It's all pretty fuzzy, but I seem to have a memory of caring for this flower a long time ago. But the sand kept expanding, and the flowers gradually wilted. Now that I think about it, that was around the same time I stopped seeing people.
You mean humans?
Thanks a bunch for finding this. Really. Oh, and let me know if you find any more, okay? I'm gonna stay here for a bit. Yeah.
So, the lunar tier in the original NieR. Talk about that. It's a it's sort of it's a kind of recurring motif, and like it's sort of initially it's introduced a bit like a MacGuffin, sort of said to have healing powers that the protagonist suggests to his daughter might help her, and then later on it's important to Kaine, who's one of the most interesting characters in NieR, and like interesting as a portrayal of an intersex character. Kaine's grandmother gave her a necklace of lunar tears, or so in that regard, like, it's not absolutely crucial to the plot, but it is oddly, like, Emil is probably the character who's least connected to the lunar tear flower, but right, most of Emil's escapades that you hear about in this game actually took place after the end of NieR. I don't know if there's like a book or knowing Yoko Taro, it's probably like a ballet or something explaining what Emil got up to. Meantime, but we hear a bit about it, and I've actually only done one of Emil's quests, so the other one might explain more. Anyway, our next stop is probably the amusement park. So let's go there. The amusement park or the desert, actually. The desert might be easiest to get to. At some point, maybe in 9S's playthrough, you get to find a bunch of items that kind of from the old world here in this department store, but they don't seem to be there, so okay. Oh, teleporter here. Also, because I'm using a new streaming program, could I just check if the audio is clear, if I'm not cutting out, if the noise gate is miscalibrated, or anything like that? Hopefully it should be okay, but... So this lunatic. First of all, I'll show you how not to get to it, because if you're really persistent and you don't know the correct route, you can sort of glitch over some geometry and get to this. It takes forever to actually pull it off, but when I couldn't figure out how to get to it. Sadly, this game does have a bit of a tendency towards invisible walls and or soft barriers that kind of push you back. So let me show you on the map where it is. Hopefully we won't get the attention of those machines there. So it's in this corner, right? Nice, good thing. So it's on the other side of this rocky wall, and if you really try, you can sort of jump up there. However, it's not the intended route. The intended route is I'm just likely to find later. You can actually see it on the map if you look closely. Big rock in the centre here. Seems to he's pretty solid from most sides, but you see this like kind of grey. I mean, the A speedrun for NieR Automata involves some pretty out there tricks, but I don't think you do this quest in that one. Don't know if there's a speedrun for Emil's ending. The little cave here, and then you go down this hole in the ground here. And suddenly we are in a top-down camera. So there's a whole bunch of different routes out of this cave. Most of them have items of some kind. Often enemies. This one would seem to be the most obvious route, but actually it's found for ourselves. Memory ally, useful. Fortunately, not the right place. Go back now. I think there's some weapons you can find down here that we might want to get, so I'll try to do this quickly. Although actually it may be best to come back for them when we can hack. There's a door down here that requires hacking. Broken circuit. I don't think I know where all the secrets in the game are. This one's quite a nice one to find. I mean, it's not that much of a secret given it's right there on the map, you just pay attention. We're going down here this time. Might think, given if you're paying attention to the direction, we're going away from the thing we're trying to find. But It all will be clear. And yeah, this isn't a level whose geology you should think about too hard. I think actually, you know, it doesn't give you a full 3D view of the. So here, for example, that box that hacking can open is an ordinary box. Gold ore. And now we end up on this sort of convenient upstairs path. From here, up here. We can jump onto the rock. Off of here.
It's a lunar tier. I'd better tell Emil.
I'm gonna conveniently switch his direction so we don't see how Emil
Hey
manages.
there! What's going on?
I found one of those flowers you were looking for. It's over at...
Don't move an inch! I'm coming!
Don't move? I'm actually kind of busy.
Sorry to keep you!
Damn, you're fast!
That's it. I remember now. Back when the aliens first invaded, I fought as hard as I could to save Earth.
You did?
I think I had something I wanted to protect. Something really precious to me. But I don't know what it was. Thank you for finding this. You'll let me know if you find any more, right? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
I would guess that what he's speaking of here is the protagonist of the original NieR, who, the E ending, erased himself from history in order to bring another character to life, back to life. Tiny, in fact. I don't know, you'd have to ask Emil. There's two other branches you can take down that hole, but I think for now we'll save it for when we've got 9S, because I can't remember which ones require hacking and which ones don't. I hope it's not too much of a spoiler that we get to play 9S later. I mean, it was pretty exciting when I first discovered that. Kind of hard to explain like things like this, what those boxes are, without giving it away. Rushing to the teleporter so we can teleport to Amusement Park. The other one, I can't remember where the other one is, but I'll find it on the map. Oh no, I find it. Check our mail. Okay. Hey, it's a message from our girlfriend. To be! Thank you for that lovely image of a desert rose. There are so many mysterious things down on Earth, huh? I'd love to head down there myself one day. Oh, there's nothing fancy, but I've sent along a reward for you. Thanks again. To all users, it has come to our attention that the bunker's main server is approaching maximum capacity. Please organise your user folders and delete any old data to free up space. Additionally, there are many members who have saved large music files and entertainment videos, which do not appear to be mission critical. All such data must be transferred to local storage at once. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Somehow, 60 has just emailed us a sword. This sword, in fact. Pretty cool sword. I think we saw A2 using it earlier. We'll get the full story later. I'll go through all the weapon stories later. We can start finishing them. Okay, actually, wait, we should use a teleporter. Whether a sword takes up more or less space in a video file. Seems weird that video files will still take up so much hard drive space in the distant future. Eaten by a fridge, what? Look what we have here.
It's a lunar tier. I'd better tell Emil.
Hey there, what's up?
I found a lunar...
I'm on my way. Sorry to keep you.
As speedy as always, I see.
Oh, that's right.
What happened here, Emil?
I was fighting the aliens. It wasn't going well. So I decided to create multiple versions of myself to help with the fight. But the aliens just kept coming. I lost so many friends that day. It was a long time ago, but still.
Say, Emil, how old are you anyway?
I'm not sure. I didn't need that memory to fight. Thank you for finding this. You'll let me know if you find any more, right? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
So I was very curious about that whole duplicating himself many times thing. It turns out that doesn't actually happen in the original NieR. Something that happens between the games. So exactly when, where that happens and why, no idea. It looks like the next one is on the flooded coast. So that's going to be slightly tricky to get to that major quest, but let's oh wait, go in that mode. I'm confused. Once we've wrapped up Emil's story, or this part of Emil's story, the next part will come much later, and carry on. Do this big plot thing. Indeed, yeah, you must have. So, do you remember last stream? I don't know if you've seen the last stream where we met Emil inside the head of a machine life form in the shopping district, the shopping center, and he rolled away very quickly. And since then, he's put himself in that little moped thing, and he sells things, and plays music, and it's generally quite friendly. Okay. Oh yes, Flooded City. And he's asked us to track down these flowers called the lunar tier. flooded city. I've only very briefly visited this area before. So. Oh hey, but a cutscene this time. So, to explain how we get there, there's a pipe here that connects to the giant pit beneath the city. Perhaps I should have shown that off again. But it's fairly close by, it's not that long a run. As you can slide down the pipe, it's quite fun. We're here? The flooded city. Very good at flying into bullets, evidently. So, in this game, weapons don't, I should say, with regard to that sword and more or less powerful weapons, not really the same sense of like more powerful weapons and less powerful weapons. Like every weapon has a range of damage and it can be narrow or wide, but it's all generally at the same point for an equivalently upgraded weapon.
The bedrock here was bombed out in the last war. Looks like the whole city is starting to sink as a result.
Wow, that makes no geophysical sense, 9S, but okay. Items, yeah, possibly fine, but maybe later. Box here. One thing we can do, and I'm only going to do once because it can take a while, is fish. And
commencing fishing.
Well, we can fish in many places. And here, what some of the androids up in the Yoho base mentioned a missing pod down here. Hey, we're coming ready to bite. Let's see what we get. Just a fish. So the only way to get that missing pod is to fish for it. I'm going to make one more attempt because that one went really fast. If this one doesn't get it in a short time, I don't know.
Catch lost.
Then I will move on because we've already got 2 pods and we don't really need 3. The fishing minigame, you've got to not be too trigger happy. If the pod goes underwater, you've still got to wait for it to start moving along and splashing about. I don't understand why they included this fishing minigame, honestly. That does not look promising, so...
Report complete.
Fish can be sold for money, and of course, as we saw a little while ago, if an android eats a mackerel, they die. But it's very delicious, we're told, so... This is, I mean, it actually reminds me most of all of Studio Ghibli's pre-Ghibli, or Miyazaki's pre-Ghibli animated series, Future Boy Conan. I'm sure this motif of the city getting slowly flooded is in many other things, but that's what I'm reminded of. I'm guessing a fish eats another fish. Just eating another fish right on that fish. You can see there's a box over there on that really far away point. I tried so hard. I'm just gonna fish while we talk about this.
Commencing.
I tried so hard to get that box, and it turns out you actually can't get it until very, very late in the game, where you get a thing that lets you ride on top of the pod. So if you play this game, don't waste a lot of time trying to get that. I'm trying to judge what sort of... Yeah, I want that second pod, or third pod, but also I don't want to bog the stream down in fishing mini game. So, I'm going to cancel that.
Catch lock complete.
Hopefully not fall in the...
Target missile sighted.
Is that what we need to protect?
Here's the missiles. What are the odds they'll get fired, do you think?
Let's take him out already so I can be home in time for dinner and a bath.
Androids don't need to bathe. As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
Yeah, I know. So when we kill these machines, the bot will trigger. But what we can do is interact with this lunar
I
tier.
should probably tell Emil about this lunar tier.
Sorry to keep you.
I didn't even contact you yet. Emil, are you okay?
I just remembered.
That scene with the robot in the middle.
Thank you again. You've helped me remember an important place.
Oh?
A place very special to him. In thanks, I'll tell you how to visit it. Please take this key.
What's it for?
It'll let you access the elevator in the shopping mall. You should head there whenever you have the time. I'm sorry. I need to stay here for a while. You go on ahead.
So, we will not in fact fail the mission if we leave now. And I'm going to do that so we can wrap up Emil's quest and we don't have to do it again. So just pretend we got the order to protect the missile after we've done this stuff with Emil. Because, yeah, I'm going to... Obviously the intended sequence is that you stay by the missile. That was an intentional fall in the water. I'm going to pretend, even though I don't think it actually saves any time. So what we're going to do is just run back. The place Emil has told us to go is in the shopping centre, so let's go there. Did you not see the giant missile in the background there? Anemone asked us to protect those missiles so they can be sent up to space or something. In fact, it looked like there's only one missile, but yeah. I guess in American dialect you'd pronounce it missile, wouldn't you? Look who's back, it's this guy. Bang. No item? No item drop. There we go.
This must be what Emil's key is for.
Oh. This was above ground in the original NieR, so I'm not quite sure why it's underground here.
Wow. Look at all the lunar tears.
Where are we?
Thank you for coming.
Emil, what is this place?
It's the place from my memories that I worked so hard to protect. Or, to be exact, the place protected by the person I used to be.
Sorry. I don't get it.
A long time ago, I was created to be a weapon. A weapon that could adapt to any environment, and one capable of total destruction.
You're a weapon?
When the war against the aliens started, I decided to strengthen that weapon by creating copies of myself.
Interesting.
So, in truth, I'm only one of a countless number of Emils. We, I guess, worked with each other to keep our defensive lines intact. But the more of ourselves we created, the more our original memories began to fade. The original Emil liked this place a lot. He spent a lot of time here with people he loved. They were tough times, sad times. But the memories of that journey were his greatest treasure. And I have a few traces of those memories in my own mind.
Where's the original Emil now?
I don't know. There were so many of us that after a while, we just...
Oh.
And there's still something that all of us Emils need to settle. Ah, right. I should probably repay you for all of your help. Please take this. It's said that a lunar tear can make any wish come true.
Thank you.
Oh, no. I'm the one who should be thanking you. You've helped me find some of my precious memories. Now I'll be able to keep pushing forward, even if I'm alone. You've helped me find some of my
this room is really beautiful. As much as I would love to give it to 6.0, in fact this is a decorative item you can wear. The prettier ones, I think. So, this is where Kaine used to live, if you're trying to... I mean, you don't know who Kaine is if you haven't played the original NieR, and if you do, you'll obviously know that already, but... Kaine was one of the major characters in the original NieR, and she had quite a close relationship with Emil. But it was two outcasts caring for one another with weird, fucked up bodies and stuff. somewhere in here, the weapon. This song is also, not surprisingly, from the original NieR soundtrack. I thought there was a weapon in here. Maybe you have to hack this box open to get it. You'll have to come back here on our next playthrough. But yeah, Aina used to live in this little hut with her mother till it got attacked by a thing called a shade, which, well, I don't want to give away the entire plot of the original. The items I found are all upgrade materials for weapons, so I can use them to make my various weapons stronger or unlock more tiers of the weapon stories. Back, get the opportunity to take a quick stop up by the resistance base. In fact, we need to hand in the quest for building the little outpost in the forest. Then it's time for Plot City from here to the end of Ending A. I'm very excited for. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going to happen yet. A lot of powerful scenes. We're not finished with the meal, but for now that's where we're going to leave it. I'm going to do the rest of the meal storyline pretty much after we've done everything else in the game. Maybe before we get ending E. Not before ending E. Quickly teleport across. So what I should say is that the aliens never appear in the original NieR. Unless the aliens refer to the shades or something, well, they're not aliens. So it seems that Emil had quite the career fighting these aliens after humanity went extinct and all that. Well, apart from the people on the moon, you know. Let's just quickly hand in this quest here that we've done. Looks like we're clear to set up in the forest. Thank you. I'll let you know if we need anything further. Stuff. Seriously, you Yorha types are something else. Well, not to brag, but we are state-of-the-art units. Not like the A2 or those other old ones. A2? Attacker number 2? You know her? No, not... I'm sorry, can I ask one more favour of you? Can you give me any information you have on that old A2 Yorha unit? Anything at all? That's funny. We've been trying to find more information ourselves. Why are you asking? I just need to be sure about something. Yeah. Go for more information on A2. Most obvious answer would be the bunker, I'd imagine. I remember doing this quest. I think we just go to or there's a quest over here as well that's new, I think. A couple of quests actually. Apologies if you were hoping for that Plot City stuff. There's also a quest to wrap up there. Okay, we've actually got a bit more side questing to do before we do all that plot stuff I was talking about. let's quickly wrap this up. So, we'll start over here in the desert housing complex. There are some androids that were in NieR. However, we haven't met them yet. You can actually see them in the background in the resistance camp. But they're only introduced as characters. Not too far in the future, actually. We'll meet them soon enough.
She wants intel on A2, does she? Where should we start?
We could check out the energy reactions generated during battles. The fusion reactors of androids and machine life forms shut down when they're destroyed. And we can detect the energy release during that process. We're the only units doing any combat missions in this area, right? So if we detect any stray energy reactions, it probably means A2 is involved. Yeah, okay. We've got some readings around the abandoned factory. I'll put it on the map.
So we're going here, if you remember, we got those those classified Yorha chips from the, and gave them to this member of the Resistance. Like, what's going on there? We're about to find out. This bit's kind of fucked up, I guess. Because something in NieR Automata is kind of fucked up. So here's the guy. Can't go in there, but you're the guys who got those chips back for me, right? Boy, do I ever owe you one. I suppose you noticed those chips for your hair. Well, there's a reason for that. Let me introduce you to the new addition to my family. Your family? I always wanted family, you know. Or at least I was pretty sure I did. Seeing all the machines living together in the same area was starting to make me lonely. So I went out and stole a broken down Yorha body. I'm hoping I can repair it and use it to kick off my very own family. Yorha S-type says, hello? Unbelievable. I know it isn't right, but I don't care. I need someone I can live with, someone I can protect. You won't tell anyone, will you? Please. You won't tell anyone, will you? Please. I don't know if that's supposed to be a please don't tell anyone or a please help me. Nothing we can do to further that quest now. I really don't know why they made the scanner models look like children. It's kind of weird and a bit creepy, honestly. I completely forgot about this quest of tracking down the readings from A2. This is a thing that we can do. Find out a little bit about her. We'll find out a lot more about A2 later. I don't know if I mentioned before, but A2 was one of the characters in the Yorha stage play that Yoko Taro did. That was pretty much the origin of this game. has a stage play called NieR involving music from the NieR and Dragon Guard games and a bunch of women running around in gothic outfits and swords, so it's kind of cool. In this case, we've got to basically run through to the other end of the factory. Just take a minute. Actually, I don't think we do have first one's over here.
Look.
That's A2's handiwork, I bet. But I'm not picking up any sign of A2 herself. Huh? What in the world?
Pod, help me out here.
Analysis. It is believed to be a data log related to Yorha Unit A2.
What's the data?
The data log has been irreparably damaged. Further analysis is impossible.
Why do a bunch of machines have A2's data?
A2B? I'm picking up other reactions. We should check them out.
I'm not going to tell you what happens in the Yorha stage play yet, because we actually get it as that information is revealed during the Automata, and it's quite compelling when it is, so I'll save it for then. Is it a trap? Wow. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Bother fighting all these guys, although I think I have to here. This is another one of the marked areas. Maybe we can just take that item and... That's probably easiest if we kill everyone first. Because it's like level 1 to 3 enemies. Got another data chip. Item descriptions for data chips are. That can be analysed. Got one appears to be a bit south of us. Assuming the map is not aligned, which I have no idea if it is. Generally, it would be the you can touch machine life forms without taking damage. The energy ball things damage you, unless of course you do a perfect dodge through them. So in general, yeah. I mean, obviously, if a robot hits you with an attack, it will do. If a machine life form hits you with an attack, it will generally do more damage. But if it's not outside of that specific context. I think it's up there. Doesn't take very long to get to the factory on the way back. I miss getting that out in the key. Is must be below us. That's it. Probably gonna drop down on us out of the ceiling. Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's have to fight those. Sorry about it. Yeah, take the chip.
Okay, I think that's the last of the data chips.
Pod, analyze and collate the information from those chips.
Analysis complete. Dataset contains information about your HI Unit A2. Collating with data from other chips. Stand by. Collation complete. The contained data is a debriefing report for the Pearl Harbor descent undertaken during the 14th Machine War.
No kidding.
That operation was carried out by the Yorha generation that came before us, right? Anyway, mission complete, I suppose. Let's get back to the resistance camp.
And we need it. So I believe that give us doesn't look like it. Oh, we never did read Engels' record number 20. Calling that for that. Journal 000. As I can no longer move, I have nothing to do. Perhaps I will try writing what is called a journal. Journal 010. Where did machine lifeforms come from? We repeat a process of self-proliferation and repair. Am I my own existence? Or do we all encompass one sole existence? Journal 020. The aliens, our creators, are beings that conquer worlds and stars. Their behavior is exceedingly simple. They share one objective, and as such, there is never conflict between them. But what about machine lifeforms? What about us? Journal 030. Rain is falling. A bird stops on my shoulder. I never tire of looking at life on this planet. I will make my record of this bird protected data so I do not lose it. Oh, Engels. Ignore all these guys. Oh, apparently we've been locked out, so we gotta kill these guys first. They're all like level 3. Oh no, some of them are level 30, so what was that? This target? Okay. Ah. I do like that particular machine pod program, Mirage. It looks really cool. Not sure why we suddenly got attacked by all these machine life forms. There may be another ambush like that. Oh, there's this guy. What about this guy? Out we go. Information about A2 and the Pearl Harbor attack. That was... Oh, well, I guess we're going to find out more information about the Pearl Harbor descent later. All I'll say for now is that it's the subject of the Yorha stage play. And of course we're not talking about the Pearl Harbor attack in World War II. Giving up above it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's more like molten metal then. Anyway, in this room we've got a bunch of machines. These guys, oh yeah, they're all level, high level. I dodged into the laser beam there. Wow, I only managed to do damage to one machine. Well, so the combat in this game isn't bad or anything, but it's whenever I do get a combat section, I'm like, okay, how can I get through this quickly? And that's not always true. Like some of the boss fights and things, not that nice at all, but. And often when we meet a new enemy, it's quite interesting. So yeah, there is, roughly speaking. However, areas don't level with you. They level with the playthrough. And also like those are special enemies spawned by that quest. So you noticed I was like fighting level 3 enemies that died in 1 or 2 hits, and level 28 or so enemies that took a few more hits to take down. And those level 28 enemies wouldn't be normally spawning. It's just because something to do with the quest I just did. Also, I should have just used the teleporter here, but whoops. Good angles. We'll see if we can probably intercept him if he's got any. Yeah, sorry for angles. And he was trying to blow up the city and kill loads of androids, but at the same time, once he got cut off from the network and just kind of sitting there.
Alert. Mail received from command.
On. Wait, I don't need to... Been tough lately, but it's important to get rest. Make sure you keep your weapons in good order too. So let's upgrade the Yorha issue. Oh no, that's not what I want. I was more interested in upgrading the Type 4A sword. The black pearls to upgrade it further. We don't get those yet. We can upgrade this big sword. Upgrade everything we can, really. Titanium alloy is probably our limiting at the moment. A lot of these. This is the Yorha issue blade is just not nearly as good as Virtuous. Prioritizing that one. Virtuous Treaty is pretty good. Get that. Dragoon Lance, I think, is good. Pair it with very good. This guy can only raise stuff at level 3. The guy in the forest can get it to level 4. I don't think we have the materials for that yet. Up. Yep, great. Oh yeah. Goon Lance, it's got light combo 5. So when we get our weapon to level 4, we'll start looking at those. I'm going to take a very let's talk to an enemy. Enemy. We found more data from A2. Take a look. It's number 2. It really is her. You know her? You're her unit number 2. She's an older model, but the same type as you. We worked together. The Pearl Harbor drop. Yes. The operation itself was a success, but the Yorha fighters were completely wiped out. Their commander was number 2. A2. Have you met her? Do you know where she is? Actually, we have orders from the bunker to destroy her. What? She's a deserter. He also wiped out an entire team that was sent to bring her back. 2? No. I'm sorry, Let's go, 9S.
I wonder what that was all about. Something must have been up between Anemone and A2.
Some things just aren't easy to talk about, especially for a soldier who's been fighting that long.
I guess so.
9S, you...
Huh?
You might understand yourself someday.
Right.
Wow, we'll find out more about the relationship between A2 and Anemone later. I won't spoil too much now. I said it won't be for a while. We do have a power-up Part S, which we could use to upgrade one of our pods. However, we need a bunch of resources that we don't have. Oh yeah. Alright. I think that's all the important side quests. I would definitely like to read them as gay. Oh, there is one more side quest in the forest. Not a very interesting one. I might just leave it for the next playthrough. So with that in mind, I'm just going to make a quick trip to loot. Then we're going to go and do a nice simple job to protect some missiles. Alright, let's get back to the flooded city. Occurs to me that I could have taken the opportunity to show you how to get to the flooded city there, but I sure hope those machines haven't destroyed the missiles while we were gone. Interesting to try out. Very linear weapon. A slow attack cycle, but it's pretty nice for pinpoint damage. Oh yes, this is a very simple mission. Nothing. You've just gotta fight off the machines for a few waves. That was cool, he's spinning around on my Dragoon Lance there. That's all of them. Oh, maybe one of them got stuck over here when they hit. Oh, there it is.
I think that's the last of the machines.
That was easy.
2B, 9S, come in.
Commander?
Emergency orders incoming. The carrier ship that was set to resupply has come under attack. It's currently being engaged by a swarm of machines. I've asked all Yorha troops in the city ruins for assistance, and I'll need you to provide backup as well. I'm sending flight units and coordinates now. Good luck. Out.
Light balls can be destroyed if you hit them once. Dark balls can't.
You see? Total slave driver. Whoopsh.
If she didn't order others around, what kind of leader would she be?
If you say so.
Yeah, or twin stick shooter mode, more like. They're not the game's only twin stick shooter mode. Guess Yoko Taro just kind of likes twin stick shooters or likes messing with everyone's expectations of what genre the game is. Let's launch the missiles. There we go. That's kind of unnecessary in the end. I think I destroyed them all by the time I launched the missiles. There we go.
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. Requesting support from any friendly units in range. We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage and is unable to engage. We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long.
I assume...
I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
I assume that the Resistance also operates ordinary planes, as well as these V2L flight units. Otherwise, there wouldn't be much point having an aircraft carrier, but runway. I'm the white one, in case you're wondering. I'm the one who never stops swearing, no matter what. Missiles!
I'm picking up a large-scale enemy inbound. Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
Sort of mild bullet hell. You can see we're going through its health bar quite fast. Not entirely clear when androids are first designed. Well, we learn a bit about that in some of the supplementary materials, but apparently the facilities to manufacture an android can be contained in one of those teleporter unit things. Well, that sure was an easy boss fight.
Enemy aerial unit destroyed. Reverting back to area recon.
Wait, I'm still picking up a large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
Well, that's new.
As same as Jedi wisdom would have it, there's always a bigger fish.
A machine?
It's freaking huge. Crap! It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts. We've got to find another way to damage it.
Command is attempting to launch a satellite laser strike on your target, but the enemy's electromagnetic camouflage is making it impossible to aim. We need you to find the emitter and take it out.
Oh, is that all?
I know, but it's the only way.
I'm not exactly sure what electromagnetic camouflage is supposed to
EMP
be.
generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly.
So yeah, this boss fight is basically a sequence of set pieces and enemy phases and things. It's pretty epic.
data obtained from Command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine lifeform is a lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
I believe they can, but it's quite easy to avoid them. Mind you, they're actually going off screen, so these ones I pretty sure can. Actually level up in midair. The handy thing about aerial levels like this one is that the enemies die very quickly, so if you've got Deadly Hill, then you get a lot of health. Here's the helpfully exposed weak point. Kind of hard to work out which one of these is like in your plane of attack. It's the vertical pair that's in here, or sometimes the horizontal pair. I don't really understand it. You're just going to have to shoot them and work out that way. Now it's the vertical plane only. We can shoot the big orb in the middle. I don't know. I don't think it does, but yeah. I'm only playing on normal difficulty, so I don't know if on hard difficulty it gets any more attacks, it just does more damage or more projectiles, whatever. So bad.
Electromagnetic interference eliminated. Preparing for satellite laser strike.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
Well, Ninus is your companion. Your companion never takes damage.
Having trouble over there?
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
This is kind of confusing actually, because your androids are only supposed to operate out of the bunker, but...
2B! Let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
Anyway, these random nameless NPCs who appeared out of nowhere, I'm sure they're all going to be fine, right?
We've got mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
I don't really know what an EMP shield is supposed to be. But hey, look, we've got a giant gun. Okay, frame rate's on the dynamite.
I'll help aim.
There we go. Right. So, I think we have to fire to...
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Now... Oh, that didn't count apparently. Guess you gotta hit the red thing. You don't have control over where it's pointing, you just kind of have to wait for it to drift over the right spot. Too high right now. 9S down a bit. Boom. Interestingly, it's got a bunch of industrial like pipes and stuff on the top of it. So now, oh no, it's got his mouth shut. Oh no, that counted anyway. Also, this is a direct fire weapon, not a mortar, but whatever. Unfortunately, it just made it angry.
We gotta bail, 2B. This is bad.
Are you all right, 2B?
Pascal!
That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it. The moment it reached land, it went berserk and began attacking everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. We eventually marooned it deep in the ocean, but it seems to be searching for a way back. Huh.
Oh, it's always had legs that are just kind of standing low in the water.
I think I have another idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay?
What?
Please, 2B. This is gonna work.
NieR is leaving the front lines. Proposal. 9S should be reported to command as a deserter.
No!
Thanks, Pod. Definitely,
He has a plan. Just hold on.
We've seen what happens to deserters.
I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course.
On it.
It does do quite a good job of conveying a sense of scale, I think. You can see that the boat bit at the back there. Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? Missiles! Fortunately the missiles are smart enough not to blow up Pascal there. I realise this is looking really easy because I've got Deadly Hill and I don't think I've ever died at this point. Like, light sections are quite easy once you get Deadly Hill. Really, it's just spectacle. I don't know if they were expecting me to take longer killing the stuff. Yeah. Hey look, it's another one of these things. Not exactly what's in plane and out of plane for me here. There we go. Camera's being a bit more soft, isn't it? I don't know, it's hard to get a good look, but it looks like 3 or 4, doesn't it? Nice to be able to hit either of them here. Okay. Start getting a bit more quickly now. Get out. Sometimes you get two in like the same phase, and like two in the same like line, and then it's and you just have to sit out a phase. I don't know if like the speedrunners have a way to like 2-cycle this or something. Have to watch Half Gordon just run again, see how he does it. Come on, blow up. It's going to be out of plane now, so you just got to wait for it to spin up. We're like a sliver away from getting it down to the middle second. Come on. Boom. Oh, actually, you know what we can do? You can just hit it with a sword. What I should have been doing. So I can... What? Oh, I don't have missiles yet. Oh, apparently we can destroy the purple blobs with a melee attack. I didn't think we could do that. Where is that? There we go. One down. Sure, quick attacks or heavy attacks do more damage. Uh-oh. Watch out, Pascal! Oh, apparently I think I managed to perfectly dodge through its arm. I don't know. Pascal's just kind of helpfully hovering there. By helpfully I mean he's not doing anything at all. He's providing moral support, that's important. That was totally unnecessary. Someone had a lot of fun designing all the like patterns that they're flying. Get done with some missiles there. I'm alive, so it counts. I use my sword more often. Ooh. Wow, okay, I'm getting kind of wrecked out here. Okay, if you don't keep at your shooting for a while, that can get really hairy, huh? Fortunately, I can get out of it. But... Hey, I think we've got some friends alongside us this time. It's getting a bit quicker now. I remember I can sword things. There we go. 1, 2 down. I have no idea how it's compressing. I hope it's not too bad. Eesh, I should have done through that. Stay there. That one felt like it went quicker. I don't know, we just had fewer hit points. So. Went off over there for some reason. We can see two more, but I don't think we have to destroy both of those to get before get ready. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, that's probably a nuke.
Signal lost.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
To be. 9S. Don't die on me.
Yes, ma'am. I can't remember that boss's name actually. Question is, where's 9S?
2B to bunker. Come in. Over.
Operator to 2B? 2B, are you alright?
Running system diagnostics. Core functionality appears intact.
Thank goodness.
Never mind that. I need a status report.
Roger that. In regards to the giant machine that attacked the shore, it ceased its resistance 8 hours ago following your missile strike.
8 hours?
However, its EMP strikes knocked out comms all across the region. We're having trouble getting them back online, which means data uploading is currently unavailable in some areas.
Where's 9S?
Yeah, about that. We picked up a faint black box reading, but it wasn't strong enough to lock down his position.
If you found something, that means he must be alive. Put in a request to the commander for immediate approval to begin a search.
Actually, the commander has already ordered us to prioritize tracking down surviving Yorha members. If you find 9S, let me know, okay?
Will do. 2B out. Han, I need you to scan for any nearby black box signals.
Scanning complete. No signals detected. However, a dynamic scanner is required for detection of weaker signals.
Never heard of it.
Said dynamic scanner may be located in the resistance camp. Proposal. Further information should be obtained from the resistance leader.
Let's go.
No response. Limited functionality detected in black box. But she's still alive. Contact the bunker. Affirmative. player body. Let's go get the scanner. No anomalies detected in black box signal. However, her language core appears to have been damaged. Poor thing. Gonna be fine, don't worry. Pod, send a rescue signal to the bunker. Affirmative. Eek! Who are you? Don't worry, No, get away from me! I don't like the look of you. Proposal. Remove fear functionality. No! Stay away! I hate you! Sorry to startle you. Just stay here and wait for help. She's dead. If we will come back here and find any remaining ones, then we get the scanner. Apparently these guys are fine. I mean, she's just gone through a traumatic experience and possibly her android functionality is damaged. I guess that's good reasons just to being afraid. She just had her entire unit blown up by a gigantic robot from beneath the sea. Right, let's head back to the resistance base. I'll show you this sewer. Apparently you can find a weapon mission through. I think it's a sewer. Might be a different sewer. I think what I'm going to do is after the stream, or possibly at the end of the stream, I'll do some fishing and get any fishable items. But I'll let you know before I do that, so you can tune out if you don't like fishing. I'm not going to try and catch all the fish. So the place this connects to, run on the sewer, and it comes out up here in the...
Bunker to 2B.
2B here.
We've got a number of broken down access points on the field. The cause appears to be an EMP attack from a gigantic machine life form. If you encounter any offline access points, please repair them for us.
Understood.
Where is 9S? God, I was so anxious about 9S possibly being dead at this point in the game. Which I suppose tells you that 9S isn't dead. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Can't really chase the meal, you just have to kind of catch them. Well, we're getting into the end game of the A playthrough, but then there's 2 more playthroughs to go of similar length. Or we get the true ending, or true endings. Plot-wise, we're about halfway through, but it's complicated. There's still some pretty significant things that have yet to happen. This is just the first act, in a sense. I mean, and we're not even at the intermission yet, as it were. Back here. If you're wondering about that little quest marker on the map, that is the invest in the machine to invent a thing.
What's up? I'm looking for something called a dynamic scanner that can detect black box signals.
A dynamic... Oh, you must mean the one the twins built. I think they're just back from an expedition, actually. You should see some red-haired androids over there. Try talking to them. 2B. Those twins, they...
Yes?
Actually, never mind.
We find... So, I'll speak to them and then I'll tell you about them a bit more.
What do you want? Easy, Devila. There's no need to be so confrontational. And you don't have to trust every idiot that wanders by. I'm sorry about that. Can we help you?
I need a scanner that can detect faint black box signals.
Yeah. I was tinkering with something like that a little while back. Here, if you want it, it's all yours. That chip should help with your search, once you install it. It can detect black box signals, quest objects, all manner of things. You'll hear a sound whenever it finds something.
And if it ever bugs you too much, you can always pop it back out.
Let us know if there's anything else you need from us, okay? And don't think this makes us friends. Oh, Devila.
So yeah, this is Devila and Popula, who are characters from the original NieR, or kinda. What I'll say is that in the original NieR, you spend most of the game in this town full of people, and like the de facto community leaders are Devila and Popula. At the end of the game, you find out some rather unexpected things, like you're not human, nor are they, but they're a different kind of not human. They're androids, you're a replicant. And they're sort of overseeing an attempt to preserve these sort of soulless human shells, ready for the souls of humanity to be put back into them. That's the backstory. We'll learn more about this iteration of Devila and Popula in this game, because they die at the end of NieR. Once you approach a target, the scanner can make it visible. Welcome. Is there anything you need? They also have a shop. They sell a couple of weapons. Type 3 sword, Type 3 bigger sword. They also sell some actually really useful upgrades. Not so much. This was pretty useful. This one's incredibly useful. I'm rooting for you. Sorry, his terminal is out of order right now. Should I get back to the bank? So, now we have those. And I don't want go with my equipped chips. Tend to lose. But use. Like great. One I really want to make sure I have is auto collect items. That saves so much picking stuff up. Place that, drop right up +2, save myself space in the process. You always want ones with a diamond, because diamond means get extra, sorry, it means it's very small and fits very neatly. What's the category that the other one they had? I've already forgotten what I bought. How useful it is, and then I forget what it does. Alright then. Continue. And 3 space worth. Sorry for this inventory management. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. I think actually now I've got actual healing stuff. Not sure how useful continuous combo actually is. Never really got the hang of countering. It might be worth putting that on and trying it. Okay, right, now, where was I? If we can upgrade any of our weapons, and then we'll go and look for 9S. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Oh yeah, and the cypress stick that we found before. Get this off a couple of levels. So we want to trade the rusty bolt or sword. Okay. Try different weapons. Trying out different weapons, just hopefully it's interesting. But this has a broader range of possible damage values. That's better or worse, we'll find out, I guess. Could have this big sword. Well, red items. If it's if in the upgrade screen it's items that you've you can't. It's upgrade items you don't have yet enough of to use. So you need to find more of that item before you can do that upgrade. Get a meal. So all the side quests are gone now. We just have the main plot. 2B is of course much more concerned with rescuing 9S and messing about with Nailed it. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, hey! So, okay, it's just these +6 things.
Y'all come back now!
Hope to see you again. There's a version of Emil's shop where he sells a couple of weapons and a costume changing thing. Which I'm hoping to get at some point. Oh, I think I need to equip the scanner and so we'll equip that instead of laser because it's useful.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
I go back to the flooded city. I believe over there. Surprisingly, non-sound insulating ground. Whee! It's sliding down a sewer. Let's just do a water. So yeah, now items fly up and see, and this is the scanner. When you basically hold it down, and when you get near an item that's invisible, it will make it visible. And it will also highlight quest targets and stuff. Nice. An access point again. Find 9S. Oop. Drop attack right into the water. This is pulsing faster, which means I'm getting nearer something I can. It's basically a warmer, colder thing. In this case, it's Android. Oh no, not the android, the weapon. Like, yeah, I guess I did take a swim. I've already spoken to that android, so it's... well, I did get the item at least. To be in the depth. And close to another android, I think. Ugh, even touching the water is apparently enough to upset my delicate Yorha constitution. What's they put in that water? Found one. Where am I? Don't worry, I sent out a rescue signal to the bunker. We are currently searching for a missing Yorha unit, designation 9S. Did you possess any information on the subject? Please disclose it at once. Sorry, I have no clue. That's okay. Just stay here and wait for backup to arrive. What happened? You got hit by an EMP blast. I don't remember anything. Don't worry, I sent out a rescue signal to the bunker. We are currently searching for a missing Yorha unit, designation 9S. Did you possess any information on the subject? Please disclose it once. I'm sorry, I don't know anything. That's okay. Just stay here and rest. I don't think it's actually supposed to be diegetic that androids can't swim. Although that would be kind of funny. My one weakness. Pond. We have some new friends over here. I think we specifically find 4B, but I wonder if 4B is even alive. I haven't broken anything by talking to androids before I got the scanner. I can't have done that. Would be a weird programming bug to leave in the background. Like this. There's one behind this building here. That's the DLC area if you're wondering. I don't have the DLC, it doesn't sound very interesting to me. Basically you can do a bunch of arena fights and then you get to dress up the characters like characters from the original NieR.
Black box signal detected. Life functions operational.
Pod, employ a check module and a logic virus vaccine. Easy. I've contacted the bunker. They should be here soon.
Thank you.
We are currently searching for a missing Yorha unit, designation 9S. Should you possess any information on the subject, please disclose it at once.
Please. Anything will help.
9S. That's that kid who was with you, right? I saw him all right. That explosion sent him flying.
Which direction?
Hard to say. I'll take my best guess at a landing spot and transfer the data to you.
Thank you. You should stay here until the rescue team arrives.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
As soon as you get that, it's worth getting. Like it's so much easier than actually like finding the things yourself. Is that a player body or a? That's the one whose language module is broken. I'm very impressed that while being blown up and knocked out of the sky, she was able to not just notice 9S being flying around, but also work out where he probably would land it. Like, talk about convenient. Anyway, have a location. Let's go and pick up our not boyfriend. I'm lucky I'll find some black pearls around here. Something around here. Yeah, black pearl. Always a useful item. It's used to upgrade the virtuous weapon set. Oh no, not the virtuous weapon set. It's the type 4 weapons. Right. Goes up to level 3. They have a cool effect at level 4, but we'll get to that when we start to finally get to that level of upgrades. I'm just gonna transport us to a convenient spot. Walking up sewers isn't that fun. So it looks like our 9S is still landed in the city ruins, where the big hole in the ground is. I guess. Nearest one to. Oh, actually, there's the underground one in the cave. But hop into a vending machine, get my body dissolved, and reform it somewhere else. As you do, and you get to work every day. Seems that way. Is that true? No, maybe it's by the amusement park. I guess we'll work it out once we get to this spot. Where is it? Okay, it's yeah, some way into the big hole, so now we managed to land underground. I believe we have to go into the big hole. can't remember, there might... Oh, ultimately you do have to go into the big hole, but there's a stage in between. There may be a stage in between. Oh, it's a bird shadow. I'm fairly sure there's a bit before we get again to the big hole that I'm forgetting. It wouldn't make sense for them to fall into the big hole, would it? I think maybe we have to go on the roofs. More mail.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
The big snake things. They're effectively one enemy with one weak point, but like in the fiction they're like a colonial thing of multiple machines. Ah. Not giving me an easy plan to shoot it a lot. Better not to bother with that in the end. Really, as far as I can tell, the only effective way to get them is to basically get up in the air. Oh, sorry, shoot them in the weak spot with the gun, and looks like we need to get up here. So we go up this roof line. Maybe forgotten how you do this bit. Maybe that, yeah, I'm just supposed to go underground. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to go underground because I can't see a way up there. I don't think it's by the amusement park. Let's go underground.
NieR should have landed around here.
Oh yeah, we're on the right track.
Faint black box signal detected. The transmission seems to be coming from an underground cave network.
Enemy explosions don't hurt you. Okay. This is gonna get good.
Why are there dead androids here?
No black box signals detected.
We have to take they're going towards the alien, but we actually take a side path. Instead of going directly
Would
to the alien.
NieR have made it this far inside?
Alert. Possible enemy ambush ahead.
Don't care.
Copied. Is he?
What is this?
Analysis. This area is composed of crystallized silicon and carbon. Further details unknown.
Who built it?
Unknown.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? What is this place? And yes, it is supposed to look like there's a textures have, like it's not like a texture problem or something, which is what I kind of wondered when I came here.
What's with the corpses?
It is unlikely the Yorha units came this far on their own. Hypothesis. The enemy must have placed them here deliberately.
Felt the coldness of water at a manufactured city. In misery business. When they said the marching squares aggro down, I'm not sure this is what they had in mind.
Welcome to my beloved city. We machine life forms, I suppose, have a keen interest in humanity, love, family, religion, war. The more human records I unearth, the more charmed I am by their complexity. This city is one of many areas I created out of a desire to understand, to know humans. It's grand, don't you think? Almost spiritual. And yet it's currently nothing more than an android graveyard. I seek to learn and adopt all facets of humanity. Some desired love, others family. Only then did I realize the truth. The core of humanity is conflict. They fight, steal, kill. This is humanity in its purest form.
You know nothing about humanity.
Have I offended you, little android? Did I speak ill of your beloved humans? The truth can be so painful. I strive to attain nothing less than the essence of humanity itself. We machines exist in a connected network. We are immortal, invincible. And yet, within all those infinite bits of data, there exists not even the merest flicker of being, of life, death. Even the concept of death has no meaning to us. Thus I decided that I shall risk my life in battle. I have severed my connection to the network. Now, let us embrace death.
A bit of a lip sync issue here. Probably because of CPU competing with. Maybe a switch to a more single target appropriate pod program than I can get through.
I don't have time for you. I need to find 9S.
Ah, 9S. Oh, I do enjoy this.
That gratuitous Christian symbolism in an anime?
9S!
Get nines.
I prepared this just for you. I mean, after all, we all need something to fight for, don't we?
You son of a... I'll kill you!
Yes! That's it. That's the feeling. Pure hate! Come to me!
Sorry about the lip sync. It's I think I'm getting frame drops and it's not programmed on time and on frames. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Adam and Eve are probably the happiest characters in this game. One of these is like a projectile shield. Ouch. Off the camera a bit. The health regen is a chip I've got enabled that
Is this death? So dark, so cold.
NieR!
to answer the question briefly, if you don't take damage for long enough, then you anyhow.
NieR.
To be.
Come on. Let's go home.